and welcome to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. Well, in this festive season, we are taking a break from the usual political economic debates and focusing on something that's almost become a way of life, our digital alter egos. Today, we are going to be discussing whether social media is now the new paparazzi. Joining me on the roundtable is Dilip Cherian, image guru. I have Mandira Kapur Koirala, she's a social commentator and a marketing expert. Seema Goswami, a columnist and social commentator, and Ssumier Pasricha. You may not recognize him without the curlers in his hair and those big glasses, but he's better known as Pammi Aunty. In fact, we're all very disappointed you come with the beard and not the other look.
Yeah, I prefer to.
Dilip, what do you think of the social media? Has it now become almost as if all our conversation is taking place in social media, all the spats are out in public, and of course, there's also cyber stalking?
You know, there is really no other world. If you don't exist on social media, for many people you don't exist. You know, I have a partially, almost partially defunct Facebook account, and people look at me with horror saying, how do you talk to people? So, you know, hello, meet them for coffee and talk to them. No. So the fact is that today most people believe that they live in this world that they've created. It's almost like a second life. You know, there used to be this site called Second Life, I think it was, and people actually believe of themselves in terms of what they say, who they are on that medium, and many people recognize them only from that point of view. So it is the new reality. The fact is that is the new reality.
The parallel apparel, so to speak.
Well, anyone can be a brand today, as long as you're on social media and you're using it well. I mean, I see this feed of a live feed of this lady sitting in Kerala in a village cooking food, and she's got 20,000 plus followers. So anyone can be a brand today. Social media is the way of today, and from your celebrities, from you take a Hrithik and a Kangana going live on their spat on social media. Again, according to me, someone like a Kangana who's falling in her as a brand is creating a new brand for herself by being on social media and having a voice. So it's really anyone can have a voice on social media, from celebrities to someone sitting in a village. It's about creating your own brand.
And I mean, I disagree with you whether Kangana is falling as a brand or not, but there is a point here that, you know, people are using this to bolster their own image.
Well, I think everybody wants to be the hero or heroine of their own lives now. So everybody creates a world in which they play a starring role, and you're always looking for validation. You're looking for likes on Facebook, you're looking for retweets on Twitter, because somehow that proves to you that you're valuable and that your opinion counts. And I think that's where most people are falling into, that they really want that validation that comes with having a social media presence and being a figure which is beyond what you exist in your real life. You're really kind of creating an image for yourself which may not be real, but it is what you project to the world.
And if you have a blue tick, then you have blue blood on the social media.
Absolutely.
So do you have a blue tick? You all have a blue tick here?
I have a blue tick.
Oh, we have.
I don't.
I
think
Mandira,
I'm the only one.
You and I.
I'm getting to it right after this.
Don't feel like a social outcast.
Well, I think so now social media is the new market for everybody. You know, 10 years or 15 years back, when we used to go to our classes for marketing and public relations in MBA, they only had 3 C's and 4 P's of marketing, which is like branding and placement and all. Now what is happening, the span of the family watching TV is totally going down. Nobody watches TV anymore. Now we have smartphones everywhere. So I think so that's the best marketing stuff they have come up with, to have everything social media. We have a prime minister on social media, everything, because he knows nobody is watching TV anymore at home. So everything has to go through social media.
That doesn't stop him from going on TV.
Exactly. See, there are still rural areas who don't have smartphones. For them, that's their thing. But people of especially the metropolitan, they are not watching TV. I don't watch TV at all. For me, everything is phone. We are 90% we are traveling in the cars, and we are in the cars 3 hours in the traffic. What do? Social media. Everything is available on social media. You have the world news.
And social media gets you everywhere, because there's this chutki on TV who suddenly, from a nobody who had an Instagram account, is now on Big Boss. So suddenly they have validation, and it's cross-validation across media. So you create a character for yourself on social media, an Insta account or whatever account, and suddenly others want you, not because of who you are, but because of what you've created in that other space, which they're actually trying to coerce to look at this space.
But this about creating an alter identity, you've done that with Pammi Aunty. So does that give you the ability to take more risks or to be more risque?
No, I don't think so. With the, it's said with the great responsibility, there is a risk also. When people especially follow you, you have to be very careful what you say, how you say, and what you endorse. Because like if today any brand approaches me, I go through thorough check of their licensing and everything, whether because I don't want to get, because there is a genuine audience who is following me, and I don't want to get into that situation that because of me, they bought some stuff and they are into crisis. I personally, because we have had that kind of problems before with the celebrities happening that. Yeah. So that's my thing.
But talking about that, you have socialites, these housewives today, who have started doing Instagram and FB and who are basically trying out products, endorsing products, so to say, like a cream or a under-eye cream or a handbag or and endorsing the product where
as long as it's not an under-eye bag.
That I doubt. That's what they're getting rid of. But they will actually endorse it, and you hear people sitting in restaurants saying, yeah, did you see what this one tried? I want to try it out. And I guess they're also becoming a brand where they'll get to a certain following where, some big brand may look at them in Estee Lauder and say, hey, listen, you're a big name, endorse this. So
I think, they're called social media influencers who are not famous people, but ordinary people who have enough of a following.
These are socialites.
Well, I don't like using the word socialite because it's slightly pejorative, but I prefer using the word influencer because it means you have a social set which you have influence on. They may be your friends, they may be people who read you, they may be people you party with, whatever, but they are people who are listening to you, and obviously brands will have an interest in that.
Yeah, but it's
and why shouldn't housewives do it?
It's amazing as a housewife today, in today's world, which yesterday we couldn't do that. In today's world, you can pick up and you can actually say, hey, I'm working as well. So there's this show on TV called Social Media for the Rich and Famous, who are these normal everyday guys who have created a brand and are getting paid big bucks for having a great following.
Look at what Miss Malini has created.
Yeah,
it's an example of where a whole ecosystem can work towards a purpose and then be commercialized quite successfully. And it's
fashion
people
bloggers.
Wait for her to
I mean, they're all on the front row
fashion
of every
bloggers,
fashion
there you
show.
go.
And they're the ones who are doing how they dress on the street and stuff. And all those brands are actually kind of moving really fast. And things like Vogue and magazines like that are actually losing influence in the current setup because there's a certain democratization of the whole space that it's ordinary people who have the power. I think that's a great thing.
Which is the
I
great
think that's
leveler.
a great thing.
But there's also, apart from the brand endorsements and this empowerment, there's an element of voyeurism that comes in. You can eavesdrop on a conversation between a Kangna Ranaut and a Hrithik Roshan or something, and you can give your comments. You can be a part of it also.
Yeah. This is Diwali season, and can you believe the number of posts there will be, in the next few days on everything to do with their celebrations at home, all meant to make you feel that did I do enough, or are my kids happy, or are my parents happy, or whatever, or is my spouse happy with what I've done, and is the house done right, and am I looking like a sparkle myself? So it creates this competitive frenzy, which at the core is what this whole commercial business is about. It's meant to trigger you to want to spend more and to feel that whatever you spend is not good enough because, hey, your neighbors just put up an Insta post which shows a better shot of their home, which has been, newly reconditioned, and you're meant to go back into trying harder.
So lots of stuff for Pammi Aunty to criticize her bahu.
Well, yes, there is. Pammi is never happy with her bahu, for sure. I think so. No mother-in-law can be happy, no matter how much the daughter-in-law gives her best to, but that's the community we anyway, and that's what Pammi Aunty is, the satire, and she is the reflection of how hypocrite she can be. The rules and the regulations for her daughter-in-law are different for what her daughter is there. So I think so I've grown up with these things, talks people doing that. But coming back to him, I think so most of us have also become wannabes when it comes to social media. Okay. We are going to, lots of events just to post.
Yes.
The best is, funny thing is, I take any fashion show which is happening in any city. 90% of the people who I know, they have no connection with the fashion brands or fashion industry. They go there where there is a flex of ABCD fashion show happening, one selfie there, two poses. After that they are there, yaar koi pass de do andar jane ke liye. They don't have a pass. If you are not invited, please don't be there. You know, so that's one of our younger generation going. And also with the social media, what is happening? You have get together at your place. You have 10 people, 5 people, everybody is on their phone. Yeah.
They may be SMSing each other or liking
They are not
each other.
You start at a party, they take a selfie and immediately with it, you can, by 12:30 you know in Delhi who's at a party because it's on FB or Insta.
And everybody who haven't invited, make sure they call you and say, did you have a good time? You know, so
and there starts a fight. So social media is a good platform for
and that's the point that
also.
Priya is making, that actually this is creating this new voyeurism, which is creating a new antagonism. You know, neighbors are no longer friends.
Social media is very creating a lot of anti-social stuff also.
Absolutely. I mean, also it's actually dangerous because there's so much cyberbullying on at the moment.
Yes, that's a good one.
With school children. I mean, you can actually, when I was growing up, there were only like 4 ways maybe that people could hurt you. Now there are probably 400 ways. There's sites where they can actually go and bully you about the way you look, the way you dress. And it's actually like a major problem because schools have no control over it, nor do parents. And most of these children are far more tech savvy than their parents are. But so it's actually a huge problem.
I'll definitely blame the parents, especially for the kids. I think so, giving them smartphones.
But if you don't, they're left behind in the race at the end.
No,
how can you stop them from
technology? Till the school level, they
should.
They can have a normal phone.
As a parent, I want to say, there is an age group there is an age limit that you cannot be on social media, after which you do see 13, 14-year-old kids on Instagram. As long as the parents are monitoring it, today you cannot stop them. Let's be realistic. Yeah, you have to. You have to be on their account. You have to be monitoring it. This is realistic.
No, but it's actually message boards that are a problem, not Instagram and Facebook, because their parents are monitoring. But there are private message boards that these kids are on.
But you have to monitor. As a parent, I'm telling you honestly, you have to make sure you have access to the phone. Today, luckily, with an iPhone or something, you can access your child's phone. So I think I don't see that as a problem. The fact is, these kids are smarter. They are a part of social media.
Yeah, but look at that. What was that game called? That Blue Whale.
That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of homes will not be celebrating Diwali
because of that.
Because of Blue Whale.
Yeah.
You know, because you've lost a child.
Yeah.
And that is a sad fact that, you know, you're not able to monitor everything. Absolutely. You can't control the message boards. And most importantly, parents are using this kind of thing as a means of entertaining their child in the absence of really spending time with the child. So this is become,
too busy,
this has
give
become
them the iPhone or
cyber is the new nanny. Not just cyber nanny,
Yeah.
but cyber is the new nanny.
And so the new playground.
Give the kid a thing and say, "Ha munna khalu ab dekh lo iPad."
You have to monitor it. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be
about the monitoring. I think so. Our parents, when they used to say no means no, we would be scared. Nowadays, parents don't have. Oh, it's okay. He's crying. Okay, what phone you want? Okay, there you go.
Tomorrow is social media. It is your smartphone. It is your iPad. So we can either sit here and say it's wrong, which it may be really wrong, or you say, okay, be smart. My kids are going to do this. We have to monitor and keep a close tab on it. Okay. I know my 13-year-old niece is on Insta and my sister monitors every move she makes. You have to do it.
But see, these are children. What about adults who are using social media for their
bully,
own, to bully?
Yeah.
We've seen them in the political
and
circles.
also to get the unnecessary publicity.
That I agree
Because now they have got to know
celebrities
कि कुछ भी you put it on social media, 2 minutes में viral होगा. And what do you know? What gets viral when is something wrong and nasty happening?
It's not the good.
It's not the good.
Unfortunately.
I have had some big brands coming in telling me, Sumi, we want you to endorse us. Okay, I get the concept. I'm like, but don't praise us, troll us. So that's a new way of publicity. So they say any publicity is a good publicity, bad.
So the BJP did
So negative because they know it will get viral. Yeah. So that's another game of marketing nowadays. Lots of brands are doing that.
All about going viral.
But also celebrities are doing that. You know, a lot of their spats, I don't know, Dilip, are they engineered for the social media or further a brand, as he says?
You were taking issue on the Kangana thing. And I think that many of these people have learned how to play this, injured card or, body shamed card or whatever card it is at the appropriate time when a particular film is coming out. And sadly to say, the most excitement is generated out of films which are bound to be a flop. Okay, because that's when your hype is so high, you know from inside that you're hollow. And celebrities are adept at using this because India, like many other countries, and millennials, like unfortunately many other generations, are more celebrity, shall I say, struck, because everybody around them has almost an equal voice, this democratization of the voice due to social media. And the celebrity has a voice which is above. So they are also now getting more celebrity and, struck than I would have thought this generation would be. This generation has access to so much information, one would have thought they would create their own. But the Kim Kardashian example onwards, you can see that they're now falling into the same trap.
And also, Mandira, this whole trolling business that is coming up because of this conversation, people and celebrities use social media to follow their own, to endorse themselves, then the trolls come in also.
Of course. I mean, that's basically, it's based on the negativity. It's what people thrive on. We're waiting to see what, like look at a Karan Johar, and then there was a Karan Johar controversy with
recently, Priyanka Chopra posted a picture with a flag, the chunni, the tricolor chunni. She was trolled for nothing.
Yeah, she was trolled, exactly. The thing is, it's at the end of the day, we're waiting to see something that we're given, and then we're like, okay, let's now go take the mickey out of it. And then let's see if we say this, how many people are following our comments or sharing our comments. Yes. It's just it's a crazy, you can spend an entire day doing this.
The new way of being,
the
new way of patriotism is only on Facebook and Twitter.
It's
Trust
crazy,
me nowadays.
exactly.
You tell people to go to fight or do something on streets, they will not. But on Facebook or Twitter, because they are fake accounts. Most of them are fake accounts on Twitter or wherever.
Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and take a look at Diwali. And also take a look at this, we're saying it's a tool for empowerment, but then empowerment is a double-edged sword, isn't it? So stay with us. Welcome back to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. We are here discussing the perils of social media. Before the break, you wanted to come in on Diwali.
I was saying on Diwali right now on Facebook, everyone's have a green Diwali, and everyone's changing their Facebook profiles. My question is, okay, people are doing this, but how many are actually not going to burn diyas or light crackers or whatever?
Say the right things, as he
Same
says.
people have pictures of crackers outside.
Exactly, with their Diwali pujas and their diyas, exactly.
And then it's like, oh, sagan to karna hi tha.
So follow
because we are also, from generations like, ye itna to karo hi.
But then comes the danger of creating a digital footprint that can trap you, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that, because we create a digital footprint wherever we go. I mean, Google knows every single search that you ever enter into your engine. Google has a research of it. Apple has a research of every place you ever search for in your maps. So we are leaving footprints whether we like it or not. It's just that these are footprints that we actually have control over. We can choose who sees our pictures. We can choose what we share with whom. So we actually have this fictional sense of control without really realizing that we are not in control at all. As far as
that's also, even if no matter we say, it's not we ourselves make those footprints. Aaj aap kahin par bhi jao, before you enter the hotel or before you even see your food, your check-in is there at this, with this, blah, because you want people to know I am here. Because it's also the way of, it's also the way of networking. If today you are at this award ceremony or you are that, the people from various magazines, blah, oh, he's a celebrity, he's quite popular, we should call him. That's another way of indirect networking, that I'm one of the person who likes to be there, blah, and there you go, and you get an invite also.
Best check-ins for me are the lounges. Like, who cares?
The first class lounge, yet you have, the first class lounge check-in, yet you are in the economy class, which is perfectly fine. So we have people who are wannabes.
As Dilip said, it comes back to the whole culture of wannabe, the culture of selfies.
But the culture that we should also talk about, which perhaps has been mentioned, in the realm of politics, this whole social media space and the battle for that has got quite serious, because you have the deployment of large troll armies paid for, which celebrities may have 4 or 5 of them, but political entities can have whole armies of those, and that changes the course of social discourse. And that, I think, influences minds more than we sometimes realize.
But also they scare away people. Often you're scared to say stuff because you think like 300 people are going to come and attack you. I mean, you try say something against A, B, C, D on Twitter and you get their, whether it's a film star, whether it's a politician or whatever, there are organized armies that come after you and they are vicious, you know, the kind of things they say.
It is nasty.
Yeah, so you start self-censoring, you don't say stuff.
The fanboys and the fangirls tend to be nasty. But that is not as consistent as the political armies.
But the trolls also get, the political trolls also get very nasty.
That's right. They're much nastier.
Much nastier.
We had the recent one, the girl who was the daughter of the army officer. We had the big one.
Gurmeher, yeah.
Gurmeher. What a biggest disaster we had with that poor girl.
That's true. She was just
she was just expressing her opinion.
Statement the way it was made out to be. But
it becomes an issue out. Oh yes, I do.
So on what statements do you get trolled a lot?
Well, I got twice. I got trolled for. First, when I actually put a video, Pammi Aunty talking about the controversy of Kareena Kapoor and Saif Ali Khan's son Taimur. So from my point of view was, how does the name matter? It's their choice. Let them keep it. And I actually said, is the name guarantee of your certificate of your humanity and blah? I said, आजकल तो राम रहीम वाले भी कुछ भी कर रहे हैं. Okay, बात खत्म हो गई. महीने के बाद my manager started getting calls. आप उनको कहिए वीडियो डिलीट करें. हम ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे. I will not name the parties. But my manager got harassed for 3 months and he like, sir, मेरी जान मैं phone नहीं उठा पा रहा हूँ. They really troll a lot now. Enough. I like, okay, we'll delete it, baat khatam. By the time I got trolled for another one was, which was for the recent 26 January that the parade happens in Delhi. And they had some tableau of Beti Badhao, Beti Bachao and all that stuff. And like how ironic it is now where the whole capital is, has the problem of where every third day we hear something, rape happening and all that stuff. And they are saying Beti Badhao, Beti Badhao. Pehle inki suraksha to badhao. I started getting trolled, I'm telling you, from women also. They're like, is this the day?
But you don't know whether
they are women.
No. But if you go to their profiles, they have.
They're claiming.
And they're claiming or whatever. I'm like, first, you're a woman trolling me for the issue I'm raising. Second, they're saying, is this the day to shame the country? I'm like, I'm just talking ironically how we celebrate something which we don't believe in. And it was such a big troll, which I didn't, after later you realize, you know, when you're new in this game. And very nicely one day I was listening to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and somebody asked them, sir, what do you do with the trolls? He's like, जब आप एक मुट्ठी बादाम खाते हैं, एक आधा कड़वा तो निकल ही आता है. So कोई बात नहीं. So I think so that stood in my mind. So after that I stopped reacting to the trolls. But people just want a reason to troll you. That's it, out of nothing.
It's because they've got nothing to do.
Exactly. And I think
they want controversy. We live on controversy with people we can be controversial with. That's the, and this is what I'm saying. People sit home and wait, what can I comment on? Oh, here's it, let me start something. You know,
maybe that's their way of getting a publicity also.
Exactly.
But it goes back to my basic script that many people actually live in this world. That's all they know.
Exactly. That's all they do. It's the new remote, you know, earlier they were watching it on small screen. Now they can actually be a part of it.
But you know, one day I actually did one very nice thing. For one day, rather for 2 days, I switched off my mobile data.
Did you exist?
Exactly. I felt the world is so peaceful. It was so nice not to be connected with Facebook, especially I'm talking Facebook because there are so many fake news happening every day. आज एक न्यूज़ आता है 15 मिनट बाद पता चलता है ये फेक न्यूज़ था ये था. What to believe in, what not to believe in. Most of them are political propagandas also.
So I think we have a new slogan for Diwali, which is instead of burning less crackers, also I think switch off your cell phone maybe for those 2 hours. There'll be less pollution in this world perhaps.
Actually enjoy Diwali and with your families. How much time, like we are at any event, most of the time if you have some ceremony going on, we are not looking at the ceremony. We have this phone and live recording going on. You are actually looking in the phone, you're not enjoying the ceremony.
So live in the real world and give the digital world a break. And also make sure that the badam that you pick up, the whole muthi is, you know, it should be more meetha than kadwa. Unfortunately, that is not what is happening these days. But that's it. We wish you a very happy festive season. That's it from us. Thank you for watching this show. We'll see you again same time next week.